What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. The season finale of Power Book 2 is aired and we had an unfortunate event. Our man Ezekiel Cross died. He was just trying to get on a plane and leave to start a new life with his father and mother when some bullets hit him in his back. Now, before we break down Ezekiel Cross, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. One of the funniest men on Power has died. Yes, Ezekiel Cross, 2022. RIP, young man. But let's talk about what got him to that point. Ezekiel Cross, aka Zeke Cross, aka Freaky Zeke, born October 21st, 1998. He passed February 6, 2022. He is survived by his mother, Monet Stewart Tejada, his three siblings, Lorenzo Kane Tejada, Drew Tejada, Diana Tejada. His father Mecca, aka Dante Spears, we found out he had an untimely death also. He had a relationship with Caridad Milgram, who was his professor at Stanford University, where he also hooped, and he was declaring for the NBA draft until we found out that his age was wrong and he had been lied to his whole life. Ezekiel had no real enemies. The only person he had to go against was Detective Kevin Whitman, who was trying to bring him down for a double homicide of a professor at his school, Jabari Reynolds, and also a police officer by the name of Ramirez that was killed with the same gun. Now, this came from jealousy because Detective Kevin was involved with Caridad Milgram back in the day, and he seen young Zeke Cross coming out that room on top of Zeke being alleged 18, 19 years old and a college student messing with a professor. Zeke was at a point where he almost lost everything that he was working for. He was trying to go to the NBA, but there was an article that came out that he lied about his age. I didn't lie, you did. And we think that this was released by Mecca to try to get him and Monet back together for his family. Also, there was a scandal of him sleeping with a professor that she got on the stand, and she actually testified saying she did mess around with Zeke Cross. We see that Mecca has had a plan put in place to try to get him and his family up and out of the city. He wanted to take them overseas and start a fresh life. So he's been incentivizing young Zeke to come with him. He gives him a Porsche. He says, there's a jet over there. We're leaving tomorrow night. There's an empty seat for you. All you have to do is just try to get Monet to come with us and we just be a family. I know you have a lot of stuff going on here, but once we get out of here, you don't have to worry about all that. At this point, Zeke, he's listening to it. He isn't committed yet. He just wants to know, did Monet lie about being there the night that Carrie died? And we already know that Dante, aka Mecca, has lied for Monet to try to cover her because he wants his family back together. So now Zeke has to decide, do I take this Porsche and do I get on this jet to go start a new life? Zeke has a lot going on, which will determine if he's actually going to leave or not. He goes to talk to Detective Kevin. We know that him and Detective Kevin, they haven't been on the same page. He had Zeke in there for 12 hours of questioning, asking him, what did he know about Jabari Reynolds? What did he know about Officer Ramirez? Is he really messing with Carrie? And we know that Zeke went in there and he held it down. He did fumble up a little bit and give up the card that said he knew Ramirez, but that's because Monet gave him that. Auntie Monet at that time gave him that. So now before he leaves, he just wants to have confirmation on did Carrie really kill herself. So he goes to talk to Detective Kevin, and when he gets in there, he kind of freezes up because he doesn't really want to know the truth, but he wants to know it. You know that feeling where it's like, I gotta do this, but if I do, I really don't want to know the truth, and I don't want to look at my family members differently, but you need that answer. So instead of telling him what he knows or asking what Zeke wants to know, he decides to leave, and Detective Kevin tells him, this is an open door policy. If there's anything you know, please let us know, because he's still trying to figure out the murders. And he also wants to know what happened to Carrie, but it was determined a suicide. After a day of thinking, Zeke really has a lot on his mind. So he goes back to ask Detective Kevin, was it really a suicide? Because that's what it was determined as. Now, Zeke was the first person to find the body, and I'm assuming he's the one that called the police. But this time when he goes back to Detective Kevin, he shows him camera footage from the streets a couple of blocks away from where Carrie died. Now, Zeke, he's looking at this and you can tell he's hurt because Monet told him that she was over at Dante's and Dante vouched for that. Now, the thing is, he starts to lie here because he doesn't want to get Monet tied up in any of this. So he tells Detective Kevin, I was a couple of blocks away from Carrie. I was going to go see her, but I called Monet to pick me up, and then I changed my mind. So now he's starting to piece things together that Monet was actually over there. So that has us wondering, did Carrie really kill herself? Or did Monet force her to do it? Because they said it looked like a suicide. So maybe Monet went over there with a gun and said, you kill yourself or I'll do it for you, which led to Carrie hanging herself up. Now Zeke, he sees the photos, and of course he's very hurt now, but he still doesn't tell anything that he knows. He just says, I was over there, and that's it. But when he leaves, you could tell by his face, he gonna cry in the car. Then he gets his big 6'5" self in this little bitty Porsche, and he just breaks down crying. But at this point, there's nothing to live for in New York. I just wanted to hoop. I just wanted to go to Sacramento in the draft. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a lottery pick. I wanted to have Carrie by my side. I wanted to move forward and do all the things that I wanted. But unfortunately, you find out that your mom, auntie, actually helped kill the girl that you loved. Damn. With nothing left to lose, Dante takes his dad up on that offer to get on that jet, fly out the country, and start fresh. Now, he doesn't know that Lorenzo is here because Lorenzo wanted to kill Mecca, his father. So he shows up. Zeke sees the plane. You see him do a little jog over there. And before he can get on there, you see Lorenzo pop out, shoots him a couple times in his back. All you hear is Zeke saying, my back. The pilot comes out. He doesn't do anything. But Zeke dies here on the plane, just trying to get away and start a better life, even though he's been lied to his whole life. He was the most innocent person on the show. He didn't do any wrong when you really think about it. He didn't know his real age. He didn't know all of this. He was lied to. And he died on the plane trying to get away from everything in New York. There you go, young Ezekiel Cross. He left us a little bit too early. 23 years old. You lied to your whole life. You always thought you were 4 years younger. He didn't even get to experience anything. Hooping overseas, enjoying his mother, enjoying his father. Dang. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that they should have killed off Ezekiel Cross? R.I.P. to the young brother. But let me know what you think is going to happen moving forward, especially with Lorenzo being the one that killed him. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, live show, discussion, Power Book 2, season finale. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.